Devastadores, por fin ha terminado la espera y por fin ya está aquí la entrevista con Stephen John Ward, actor que le da vida a Mihawk en la live action de One Piece hecho por Netflix. Ahora, antes de comenzar con esta entrevista, yo nada más quiero dar unos pequeños agradecimientos a todas las personas que hicieron que todo esto fuera posible. Tanto a Angie, que van a estar apareciendo en sus redes, más que nada en su canal de YouTube, en el transcurso de la entrevista, y también lo van a poder encontrar en la descripción para que puedan ver su contenido. También le quiero dar gracias a Ceci, mi querida novia, que fue la que me contactó con Julie, y a Julie, que fue mi traductora en el video. También van a poder encontrar su Instagram en el transcurso del video, y también van a poder encontrar su Instagram y su TikTok en la descripción de este video. Y obviamente al equipo detrás, como los managers de Stephen John Ward, que también se portaron súper buena onda. Steven también se portó súper buena onda. Y también al equipo de La Mole por darnos la oportunidad de poder grabar en las instalaciones, de poder tener la facilidad de hablar con el actor y de darnos este pequeño espacio. Ahora, ya me tardé mucho, yo los dejo con la entrevista.
¡Hola, nos encontramos en la edición 2025 de La Mole Convention
with the best storyman in the One Piece universe. Con ustedes,
Stephen John Ward. Stephen, how do you feel in Mexico City?
Oh man, the last time I was in Mexico City was probably like 2017, and I got food poisoning, so it wasn't a great experience. So I'm happy that this time being in Mexico City, it's only been positive. From the food to the people, like it's been, and I'm glad that it's been a better experience than the last time I had it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. So.
Thank you so much. We are so happy that you stay here in this moment, and of course, we knew that you travel a lot for the live action. So, how do you feel to meet all the fans around the world?
It's been the most amazing and craziest experience of my life. I didn't really understand what was happening when it was happening until I did my first Comic-Con or convention. And it kind of blew my mind, how many people the show has touched. And I because of that, that's why I carry on doing these shows, because I can go around and meet new people and make a difference and make people smile, and that's all I want. So.
Ok, entonces dice que ha sido la experiencia más increíble y loca que ha tenido, porque hasta que empezó a ir a convenciones se dio cuenta de el recibimiento que ha tenido el live action entre los fans, y que es básicamente la razón por la que sigue haciendo el show y las convenciones, para conocer a toda la gente que ha llegado a ver el show.
Sí.
And speaking of One Piece, which fight for Mihawk are you most excited for filming?
I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but I know eventually Mihawk and Zara have to fight again. So I'm obviously looking forward to that fight, because I would imagine it would go the other way. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But the fight between Vista is quite exciting, because Vista is obviously a lot, in my mind, a stronger character at that point. Sure. So I think there'll be maybe a bit more back and forth, because I like to fight with the sword. So it'd be nice to use the swords more.
Ok, so la pelea que más le emociona es con Zoro, ya que él sabe que se vuelven a encontrar, si son fans del manga, ya lo saben. Y sobre todo porque le gusta mucho el usar la espada en sus escenas.
Of course,
Sí.
of course, we know that in the anime world, there's a lot of franchises, characters, of course, the crazy stories, with the freaky fans. So, in which universe would you like to join, and which character?
Oh, I've said this before, and I stand by it. I want to be a part of Bleach so badly.
Oh my god!
And I want to be Byakuya Kuchiki. I would love to be Kenpachi, but I'm not that big. I would never be able to sell it. But I'd like to do Byakuya Kuchiki from Bleach. That would be my my vibe. Otherwise, I'd do a Demon Slayer kind of thing.
Oh, you would be good in that one.
I don't know who I'd be in Demon Slayer though. Like one of the spider.
The demon spiders.
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, it would be so
cool.
crazy.
Ok, su elección para un universo que pudiera unirse sería Bleach o Demon Slayer como el demonio araña.
Say it with me. Sí.
Sí.
And filming to Mihawk Are you challengers for you?
What?
Was that a challenge to film for Mihawk?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was tough because I was not in shape by the time they cast me, so I had to. I looked at a picture of him and I'm like, there's no way people has that many abs. Like,
Sure.
it was impossible. And I like food way too much and beer, cerveza, so I was never gonna get those abs. That's why they mostly spray it on. Gave them the baseline. So it was kind of hard to like get in shape because that was like a lot of dedication. And then the sword fighting, I'd obviously never done sword fighting before, so that was a lot of preparation with a stunt team and a Japanese swords master, and so in that sense, yes, a lot of preparation. As for like finding the voice that I chose and the kind of demeanor, his demure that he has, that kind of came fairly quick for me, and I knew where it was going to sit, and finding the voice, I just meshed Scar from Lion King with
Wow.
I forgot the other character. It was the English voice actor for Mihawk, John Gremion, whose voice I started with, and then I added Scar from Lion King, and I was going to say Jeremy Irons, but it's Jeremy Irons who plays Scar, and that's kind of where I found the voice. But yeah, so in that sense, it was easy because I'm really good with voice kind of stuff, but the physicality of actually, making it look like I'm better than menciono at swords, who's an actual
Yes.
swords person. He's been training forever with swords. I think he helped me make me look better though.
Oh, but you did so great.
Nos
Good luck.
cuenta que el mayor reto fue estar en forma, ya que, como ustedes han visto, a Mihawk tiene muchos abs y él ama la comida, así que fue un poco un reto llegar a marcarlos. Y claro, la mayoría de los abdominales son de él. Algunos fueron pintados, pero poquitos, solo para darle más textura. Dice que para encontrar la voz se inspiró en el actor que interpreta a Mihawk en inglés en el anime y en la voz de Scar, al igual que para las peleas menciono le ayudó bastante y que tal vez el estilo de pelea de menciono lo hizo ver mejor a él.
Sí.
And of course, well, we know that in One Piece there's a lot of amazing characters. Well, of course, Boogie, Crocodile,
Yeah.
Robin. And would you like to play Perona? Would you like to be the actress?
I mean, I want my wife to be Perona. And it's my wife and I have spoken about it before. I was like, it would be amazing if you could be Perona. But my wife was an actress back before, so if she is allowed the opportunity, she should throw a hat in the ring. But I don't know anyone like famous. People have told me Jenna Ortega.
Ariana Grande, would you like?
No.
Why not?
Look, she's really great in Wicked. She
Yeah.
blew my mind in Wicked.
For all of us.
I just, it would be like putting The Rock in One Piece. It doesn't fit for me. That's just how I see it. I like what One Piece did, where they mainly kind of brought in actors that weren't known, and that works in their favor. As soon as like Joe Manganiello is playing Crocodile,
Yes.
brilliant choice for Crocodile, and he's a famous actor, and that works. But in my opinion, I like it when the underdogs are kind of allowed an opportunity because it's fresh. It's that's kind of how I see it. So the rest of us need a chance.
Sobre su elección en Perona, dice que su esposa solía ser actriz, así que le parecería una gran elección para interpretar a este personaje. No es tan fan de la idea de traer grandes nombres a la franquicia solamente por el reconocimiento, sino más de incluir nuevos talentos en un proyecto que tiene tanta alma.
Well. And Steven, we really appreciate your time, and you're here to meet the fans of Mexico, and thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time. Like this has been wonderful. It's been a fun experience. I told you before we started, I'm super awkward in interviews. You guys made it really comfortable.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Steven. And of course, I'd like to give you